And every Thursday, we chat with Cowboys linebacker Eric Kendricks. It's brought to you by Keurig and by Dr. Pepper. And a good afternoon, sir. How the heck are you?
What's up?
Hey, good afternoon, man. Another takeaway. A couple big plays in the previous game. Is that just good fortune happening, or are you making a read based on how the play's flowing of where the ball could pop loose?
Well, I mean, I covered my guy on the play. You know, you just kind of do your job, and you kind of react and run to the ball, and good things happen when that, you know, when you do so. It's crazy because I've always complained how I've never got any tipped interceptions until this year. I got 2 this year, so I'm not complaining at all. I'm gonna take them as they come. So it was cool to be a part of.
And hopefully that continues here this week against Tampa. Do you guys feel good about, you know, this thing going in? And what do you think about Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, you know, I feel like you know, especially in Tampa, he's coming to his own. You know, I feel like obviously he's been a player in this league for a while, but you know, he's in a spot where he's, you know, making completions, you know, doing the thing, running the offense, playing with a lot of confidence. So, yeah, you know, I feel confident in our group. You know, we're going to go in there and hopefully give them some trouble.
You know, they've been saying, at least the critics are, oh, well, you haven't beat anybody. But Cincinnati's defense and Cincinnati and Washington's offense, I think, are ranked like both top 10, I think 3 and 6. So do you feel like you deserve more credit than what some people have been giving you?
I mean, I don't think that we should be looking for credit right now. I think we should just be, you know, getting to work. You know, I feel like obviously we know what we're capable of. We have a little bit of confidence on our side. We've played some great teams throughout this whole year. One of the hardest schedules I've ever played in my career. But that being said, you know, it's that time of year where you got to win.
Eric, how's that linebacker room right now? I mean, losing Overshown was a huge bummer, but Maris Leofau, I mean, he was jumping off the screen watching him against Carolina.
Yeah, you know, I've been like I said earlier. I'm just blessed to be a part of this group. You know, I feel like it's a bunch of young, hungry guys that do things the right way. You know, treat each other with respect. You know, come to work ready to learn, and sky's the limit. You know, it doesn't surprise me what Maris did, stepping up. You know, he's been preparing and learning throughout the season, and he's a great player.
Hey, Eric, what makes a good blitzing linebacker? What traits do you have to have? Because you've got a great feel for how to kind of navigate those situations that Mike puts you in.
Yeah, you know, I feel like you know, the situations that Mike puts us in, you know, it's knowing a little bit what the offense is doing, how they're trying to strategize against you. But when you're rushing the quarterback, you know, I feel like the less thinking you could do, the better in my situation. You know, but you know, it's hand placement, it's leverage, it's just your tenacity to get to the ball. It's a little bit of a feel type thing. There's all different characteristics that make you know, good pass rushing linebackers.
Where would you rank Micah in terms of best players you've ever played with?
Man, Micah has so many special attributes. His motor is crazy. I think that his closing ability to get to the quarterback, like when he does turn an edge or when he does, you know, beat somebody, like the closing, how fast it happens, I would say is probably compared to anyone I played with is the best. You know, I've been around some greats. You know, I've been around Danielle Hunter, Khalil Mack, Micah Parsons. You know, so I feel like I have a good say in this. You know, everyone brings something different to the table, but I think his close is special.
It really is. We were actually just discussing when it came to holiday gifts amongst your Joe Burrow just gave the linemen katanas for Christmas. I don't know if you've ever been a part of like a linebacker gift exchange. Yeah. And what do you think of the katana as a gift? I mean, it sounded pretty badass.
I mean, that sounds cool. You know, you can hang it up on your wall and you could take it down and just slice somebody in half at a moment's notice. I think that is pretty cool. However, I've been a part of some really good linebacker gift exchanges. Whether it's like a little Secret Santa type situation or, you know, a white elephant. I've been a part of some cool ones.
What's the best you've ever gotten, and what's the best you gave?
The best I've ever gotten. I like the weird stuff. I have these. I got this little sculpture. Sounds crazy. It's like these two figurines that I just that I love. I mean, I've gotten some. I don't know. I've gotten a lot of stuff. Shoes. I've gotten some glasses. I think the best gift you can get to somebody who has everything is you kind of just get something that they would never buy themselves, or something that's totally off the wall. So I've seen a lot of crazy stuff being passed around, but the typical like backpack or duffel bag or something like that.
Hey, Eric, if it was up to me, I'd get you a 427 Shelby Cobra myself.
That's what I make.
If I had the money, I'd get you one of those because I know how much you love cars.
You know what? I would take it happily. If anyone would gift me any car, I would have fun with it somehow.
I missed you last week. I just had the transmission crap out on my vehicle, so I wanted to get some advice from you.
I don't know. I'm not doing anything with that, so I don't know. You didn't miss me at all.
The Eric Kendricks Show here on the Fan. Do you give any advice to guys that are like getting ready to go through their first big contract negotiation?
Yes and no. I just feel like if anyone wants to ask me for advice, or if anyone, if we're on the conversation topic, I would definitely give my advice or my experience on things. But I feel like if someone comes to me, I will give advice for sure.
What if they asked, should I take less to help the team sign more players?
I don't know. I don't know who we're talking about or what we're talking about. But if that's what they're saying, I've been a part of that. I've been a part of people who've done that. So, money in all respects isn't everything. It's important to get what your value is worth. It's important to get compensated for your share essentially. But at the same time, if somebody was coming to me saying that, I would be like, depends on the situation. Money, your happiness in one place versus the money you may receive in another place. I like I said, I played with Anthony Barr for a number of years, and I remember he was in free agency, and he was going to take a contract with the Jets or the Vikings. You know what I mean? And it was kind of a money type of thing, and he chose the happiness aspect of it. And it worked for him, you know what I mean? So, not to speak on it, but and money isn't everything.
Yeah, it was Micah. He's coming up. I guess he's eligible at the end of this year. And last week he said there's not much of a difference between 40 and 30 million. And I thought, man, that's got to be awesome to be able to even conceptualize that.
I didn't know that, but that's a lot of money. But at the same time, I don't know the details of it, but I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. Smart guy.
How important are OTAs as a team leader? Is that something you got to be there for chemistry and all the chatter and being on the same page, or is that just kind of like just a learning opportunity for younger players?
I think that it's there's some positive aspects to it. I think that it's a double-headed sword. No, I feel like in my experience, in my thought process, I'm 10 years in. I've seen a ton of players, get injured during OTAs or, that period of time where it's like it sets them back. So obviously there's certain camaraderie, there's communication skills. If you're learning a new defense, there's so many positive things. There's just a team camaraderie and just hanging out with the guys every day in the weight room. Like that's all great. You know what I mean? There's so many great things about OTAs. But for the distance and the amount of time that you share there, a lot of people have their own people they work out with, and they get in shape their own way. And not saying that you can't do that at the facility. However, everyone's got to be professional when it comes time. So when it comes time for season, you better know where you're supposed to be. You better know your assignment, your alignment. You know what I mean? They're not going to wait for you. So your performance in the field is dictated upon you individually, and less about OTA's minicamp. I feel like.
So sorry about yet another Micah question, but he talks a lot, and it's usually fire. And today he said bleep Philly. It was classic. Is there a team out there that you've played a number of times that you just can't stand for whatever reason?
I mean, honestly, like that I can't stand. I mean, nah. It's everyone. It's like I just build that in my mind when I'm about to play somebody. So it doesn't matter. Like It's when they're running out of the huddle. If I'm at an away game and they're running out of the tunnel, I'm saying, F you under my breath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
It's really just everybody else who I'm playing against at the time.
Eric, when's the last time you?
I hate USC though. I mean, if
Yeah.
that counts.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
there you go. Yeah,
are
there you go.
you plugged into the playoff that's about to happen?
No, not at all. Unplugged.
Well, USC's not in it, so that's
Don't worry.
They've been embarrassing. Honestly, this has been a good run to be able to kick on them a little bit.
Everybody's leaving there.
Yeah, no, I did see a bunch of people like transferring and stuff like that, but
Yeah, Lincoln Riley's found a way to sort of nuke two big time programs by leaving Oklahoma and then going to USC, and they've sucked. But when's the last time you sports cried?
I sports cried.
Yeah,
man. Shoot, like 2 weeks ago, probably.
Okay.
Bengals game.
Bengals game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
an overshown.
Talking about the tears. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that was more about overshown, or was that just the combo of losing the way you lost?
It was, obviously it sucks losing. You put your soul into it, but it was a little bit, I shed a tear for my mans. It's just a tough situation to be in. I feel like working as close to him as I can. And you want the best for him. So I feel like it got me for sure.
That game, I mean, are you guys still thinking about that? You could be 7-7 right now.
No, I mean, you got to let it go. I mean, you could say that about probably more than just that game this season, So it's not at that point. You got to just close the book and start the new chapter. Which this week is the Bucs. So we're moving on.
Defensively, you guys are really kind of humming along right now. Like things are really grooving. Are you kind of envisioning maybe this is the future of something big? You'd like to run it back here with the Cowboys?
Man, I would love that, but time will tell. I'm just gonna, like I said, keep doing what I do, put my head down, do what I can to get these dubs.
Hey, Eric, when you see kids throwing around the ball like in a park or something, or maybe in front of the Star, do you ever join them or maybe go make a play on the ball just for fun?
like in front of the facility?
Yeah, just kids messing around.
No, I've seen them, but if I usually see, sometimes when I do see, people play, I just kind of let them be. I just kind of watch it for what it is, because for me, it's like that used to be me. So I kind of just like, I kind of just watch them and kind of be like, it's the simple things, it's the enjoyment, it's the love for the game, what's bringing them out there, whether they're playing three flags up or, just playing some 3-on-3 tag or tackle football. I kind of just sit there and watch and get a little bit more fulfillment from the game in that sense.
We did a Christmas movie bracket with our midday show earlier today. Christmas Vacation did win the movie bracket, but do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
I mean, the elf snowball fight is just it's a classic for me. Will Ferrell. What else? I like This Christmas with Chris Brown.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. What's another good Christmas movie?
Home Alone.
Home Alone. I mean, shoot.
Did you get into the Grinch at all? The Grinch seemed pretty controversial.
I'm not a Grinch guy, to be honest. I'm not a Grinch guy.
One movie I've seen recently that didn't get mentioned is just Claws with a K. Have you seen that?
I haven't. But isn't that what's that one action movie that's kind of considered
Die Hard.
Die Hard,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, final question, man. You've been killing it, and if you got to go, please do. If you have something here at the top of the hour, but I guess Xavier Legette got the conversation started, and then Jerry Jones on our morning show this week disclosed he and his family enjoyed squirrel, even eating the brains at times. What's the wildest animal you've ever eaten, Eric?
Oh, dang. I can't say I've eaten squirrel, so
Can't beat it.
just gonna throw that out there. I think the craziest thing I've probably eaten is probably something like some raw fish or something like that. Like,
yeah,
some type of. I'm really trying to think. Some type of like
You never had
squid
snake?
or octopus.
Snake?
Octopus.
I haven't had snake. I've had like the octopus,
Okay.
like
and,
ceviche.
No, I've had like grilled octopus, like where you could see the tentacles or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
there you
know.
go.
I don't know what they're called. But
Well, right on,
yeah,
dude.
probably that.
Thanks again, and thanks for an extended interview this time around. We're having a blast chatting with you. Give them hell this weekend. We'll be pulling for you.
I appreciate it. Take care.